Wall Street Pete, SICKDOE in crypto. Want to learn how to make SICKDOE in crypto? You hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're going on a ride. We're going to the moon, and we're going soon. Every day, talk about the crypto news, positivity. $3.6 billion in Bitcoin is now in the government's hands. Let's talk about this. We found out she ratted herself out doing some research, going above and beyond as usual. You hit the like and subscribe every day. What's going on, Matt? How are we doing this evening? You are in the super chat. It's a great day, right? Hump day, right? Without further ado, let's get into the sauce. Check it out. Scream and shout every day. SICKDOE in crypto. We come to you with the blessings on board.
Manhattan couple is charged with conspiracy to launder $4.5 billion in stolen Bitcoin. 34-year-old Ilya Lichtenstein and his wife Heather Morgan were arrested this morning. Federal investigators say the couple tried to launder funds that were stolen during a 2016 hack of Bitfinex, a platform where cryptocurrency is exchanged. The Justice Department also seized $3.6 billion worth of the cryptocurrency, the largest financial seizure in the department's history.
Imagine going on Twitter and telling people.
I definitely have.
Manhattan.
I definitely have. Excuse me, ma'am. What did you just say? Probably one of the biggest dumbasses I ever met in my life, right? What's going on with the crypto market right now? I'm not quite sure, but there is a lot of things in the patterns showing. We come to you with the crypto news. Please hit the like and subscribe. Do you believe that dumbass, what she just did? I cannot believe. That must have been a real hard one to crack there, sir and ma'am. So check it out. Bitcoin is doing something relevant to the entire market. Ethereum, right? They all look similar, right? Let's just pay attention to the upward movement. What are these, by the way? Upward W's, right? If you do pay attention, definitely to mention on this show. Not financial advice, but you do your own research and you find out I'm twice as nice when we can hit some of the targets that we get to. Man at the Decentraland, right? Showing some targets. We had this here telling you that this was coming very long time ago. We took a position on. We talk about it. It's all time-stamped. Wall Street Pete, Algo ran going to the 104, doing the same type of pattern. If you see in the big chart there, even bigger W, perhaps we'll see resistance head and shoulders pattern coming. We're going to talk about that next. Even Cardano, same thing. But there you go. That's a stenad, yeah. As my great-grandmother used to tell me from Italy, I swear, and I sound stupid talking like that. She said, I love you too much, Pita. I swear I love her, God rest her soul, but every day, I love you too much. And I used to look back, and I was young, and I was like, you love me too much? Is that enough to kill me? What do you mean too much? Like, can't you just love me enough? She was a wonderful soul, and she was from there, so... understand that is what you call Stunad. Chainlink also doing the same thing. So I'm just trying to give you an understanding of the crypto market. Why Chainlink? I'm excited. Why Flow? Exactly as predicted. And if you do see here the head and shoulders pattern correctly as here, what is this? Well, I'm looking at this, and if this does tell me what we're doing, we come back to 1754. This may be the peak coming through. What's the peak? Your peak is probably about the resistance we hit, 1867. We're coming to it right now, and take some profits always if you're in the profit. It's an upward ascending channel. What's going to happen is you see the ascending channel is going to break to the downside. This is how it happens. This is the head and shoulders pattern. Head obviously left. I like this because I can now show you exactly what I'm talking about here. And if we checked out Flow, has anyone checked out Flow since my last Chainlink video, Flow? And I said we're going to hit resistance on here, and this is the 4-hourly on TradingView. I said boom, come down, hit probably about here. We could come to 6.7, could come to 6.4, could happen, but we just went to 6.9 and then pumped all the way back up from the Fibonacci sequence level. Nothing significant, just enough to get us to the top here and create probably a head. So look out for the head at 9:30 if that perhaps does happen. I said if we finish a candle above the 804, I said make sure you take profits. I said, but if it goes above 804 and it finishes, there could be more to the upside, completing ahead to the 9:30. So pay attention to that. That's what's happening on Flow. We did a little bit of education on that yesterday. So nothing crazy. Looking at Bitcoin. What happened with Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin, we kind of did the same thing, right? Fibonacci sequence, I gave it to you. Told you 41.7 I expect to come down. Well, if we're going to form a double top here now, and that's what I think can happen, I did show you here bounce off the 42.9, which we did great. We do obviously need to break above here. We need to break above the 44.8 level. What is this that we need to finish a candle above? This is a 4-hourly. 4-hourly candle needs to finish right above. I'm so silly. 44,896 is the exact number. It's right here. It tells you in pink, 44,896. So I need to break and finish a candle above that. If not, what am I looking at? I'm looking ahead. And then this is going to come straight down, bring me back to the 41.75. And then if you really do understand what is happening in this market, so there is probably one more shakeout. I will probably save some liquid. Everyone thinks it's going to go up to the moon, and that's usually what doesn't happen. Pay attention to the yellow mark, and then you see half the W formed. This is about 60% of a W. This is Bitcoin on TradingView 4-hourly. Looking pretty bullish, and I keep showing you this W. It's like over and over how you can see it. It is definitely coming into play. Do a couple of indicators, find out when, volume, relative strength, see where we're at. And I do see the fall coming, okay? So you do see the resistance here coming at the top of the 82.4. Definitely important. I want to make this a short video because I'm excited what happened. This lady on Twitter is such a knucklehead. Her husband probably wants to kill her, but since he's going to spend life in jail, he might as well. No crazy things to say, right? We don't provoke none of that dangerous stuff. But look. Here, if you see the support is hitting on the old resistance flip, let's see where we go. That was the 42.9. I don't think it's going to happen. I do believe, if you pay attention to Big Daddy, and right here, if you see the bands opened up, we're going to take some more time. So we're going to come down. I do believe this is going to happen. If it doesn't, well, then it's going to be boring sideways action. It's going to be boring sideways action for this. And if you do pay attention, definitely to mention what I'm talking about. It'll be boring sideways action on this support level of 42.9 if we continue to receive that. And then that could do this. This could be very well. And that could do that. And then that's wonderful. That's a possibility. But do understand, I do think that we're getting the W. So I want to do it one more time. Down to the 41.7 perhaps. Let me be correct. And I'm going to brag a little bit about it. I'll be excited. But I paid attention to most of what's happening in this market. I do believe this is what we'll get. So a couple ideas of what can happen. Those are one of them. Red sideways boring action. Pay attention to what I do. I do put it in the green because I do think this is going to happen. So anyone got a coin? Anyone got something they want to talk about? While we're live, I want to do a 10 to 15 minute video. It's 8:20. We've been running for 8 minutes and 20. Speaking of the word number 20, we are 120 on Cardano. I did say about 128. We went to 125, so it's a little off. It was $3, but I did say it was coming, and pretty much that was what I was talking about. And I should have realized on this trend line when I seen it that this was the number, and it would have taken me to about 122. I still would have been a little off, 124. But give me a coin. Give me a token. You want to talk about live Wall Street, Pete? This was an exciting video. We'll go over this really quick before we get anything else in depth. Aave. Very good token. It's pretty low right now. It's a good price. I don't know if it's a good time to buy. I mean, I feel like anything in this world, in the crypto space, is a good time to buy. But please do your own research, of course. Aave launches Lens, and I got this as big news because a lot of people didn't know about this. Social media platform. It's launching a decentralized social media platform, and a challenge to Meta and Twitter. So Facebook is Meta, and what it's doing is are you tired of Facebook? Let's be real. Is everyone tired of Facebook? I'm tired of all the moderators telling me, you're banned off Facebook for 3 days because you made a joke about something or someone. It's getting bad, right? Or even if it looks like it sounds bad, you're banned. So Facebook sucks, Meta sucks, whatever you want to call it. Don't like to sound negative with the sucks word, but it is what it is. And we're going to do crypto.com next. Chooch has got the crow. We're going to talk about it. But I want you to understand Aave now, DeFi platform. Aave announced the launch of its own decentralized media platform. Could you imagine a place where it's based on Polygon, which is number one huge, and the platform that raised $450 million through a private token sale recently. So big news through the Ethereum-based Twitter. Pay attention to that too. So Lens as an Ethereum-based Twitter. However, the new introduction reveals that Lens protocol is based on the Polygon, a layer 2 scaling solution. So I want to be a little more specific so you understand what's happening here. There is going to be a platform on the Aave chain. That's pretty exciting. Look at the crypto market cap, 2.02 trillion market cap. Looking very nice, getting back to the $900 billion in Bitcoin. Without further ado, let's get into Crow. This is what we do for you. You hit the like and subscribe. And every day we talk about going on a ride. We talk about doing some nice little detail, nice little live TA for some of y'all, because some of y'all don't know what these charts do. Some of you don't understand this. And right now, if we're not getting a huge bounce to the upside, then we're going to create the other half of the W. But it is looking perhaps we are getting something. So let's see. Volume on the bottom is coming in. Looking like we are getting a nice nice bounce. So I was tight here. You see the big bounce move here. My bands are starting to see if we can get tighter. It might come down, go sideways action here for just a little bit, come down if we're not breaking up into the upside right now. So it is looking like perhaps it can. What I think will happen on CRO, see, this is a big support line here. That we're going to establish is probably a double top. What happens is you create a shoulder and then you get a head. So if we didn't create that yet, inverted on the bottom, I want to get rid of my EMA. This is crypto.com. CRO, if you're interested, trading view 4 hourly. We're going to swap back and forth, see what we got. But right now, if I do pay attention to this right now, this is probably bearish as AF. Inverted head, then we create the shoulder to the upside. The shoulder looks like it found a top of 51 cents, 51 and a half. It does look to be like a cup and handle perhaps we can be creating. So pay attention to that from that 51.40 all the way to here, right, as we come back up through. As I said, what was the price? 51. So the top of that is here. The cup starts right there and then goes across the sizzles of how hot or cold your coffee is, right? Mine's pretty cold because every time I do crypto stuff, I'm paying all this research and looking. My coffee's cold. I could heat it up 32,000 times. But here's the cup and handle formation. Wall Street beat SICKDOE in crypto. And perhaps I'm looking at this right here. Big support / old resistance at the 46. So check out the 46.30. Nothing to sneeze at. Something to pay attention to. And I'll put this comment in. We're going to do CRO as a TA right there. So $4.46, excuse me. Looking like to be the cup on the handle downward. And a lot of people, I guess, didn't care for crypto. But if you understand, it's on the Lakers stadium for 20 years. If this isn't going to rise in the next 10 to 5 years, I don't know then what crypto is going to be doing. So pay attention. As I said, we were looking to get a cup and handle for the inverted head. Well, we got it down here, and that's just how it works. We haven't talked on this in a long time. We have not checked out crypto.com for anything, but if you do see in the range here, there is a current time frame that we did spend, right? When was it? Well, it was probably in November, yep, when we did spring out. As you know, 69,000 up here on the peak of the 21 of November. We were at 69,000 for Bitcoin. It was at its highest. We were going to $1. Everyone was excited. I was excited. I couldn't believe it. I bought this at 8 cents. I bought this at so many different levels I couldn't even begin to tell you. And it's wild to watch how much money goes up. Such a short amount of money if you get it at such a low price. 10 times your money. Imagine that, right? $10 is now $100. $100 is now $1,000. If God forbid you put $1,000 in, well, then you're talking about 10 times more. So pay attention definitely to mention 10,000. So if you notice, CRO is done consolidating, creating a cup. Now, if you do see here, which is a big support as we're hitting resistance forming the cup, your next level and your next resistance frame can be somewhere in a couple different areas. As I got a bunch up here to the top, we're not going to be able to get there right away. But if you do notice the very next top and when it's done, I'm trying to eye this, and this is not easy. 50. So 55. So we got about 55 cents. And I'm trying to understand how we're not up here at the 55 cents already. It's looking really strong. This is a good bullish momentum, which does make me believe we're going to break right through that. So if you see what I'm talking about, there's a time frame of crypto.com that we did do a jump to the upside of this magnitude. So what I expect is a repeat from that. So if you do understand what I'm saying here, we'll do this really quick for you. I'll probably be able to get a quick in-depth tell. Let's see if we can get on the daily here, because the daily does give you different information. Sometimes this gets a little boring, but this is looking rather bullish. So let's see all the way up here back. That's a cup and handle right there on the daily. Problem is we didn't receive our 46. What is this on the daily? The daily is 46.5. So pay attention to what's happening. The 4 hourly and the daily are actually coming together. And if I were to base this off what I'm seeing is a definite handle. If I'm wrong, then that's good. It's not a bad thing, but there is an inverted head forming that we did not see form on the daily yet. Now we see it on the 4 hourly, of course. What do we see? Well, we see this, and then what proceeds to happen? Well, then you already know. Then you're going to be talking about, and I don't think it's going to be much of a fall there, but we're going to be creating a shoulder somewhere in this zone. And when the zone goes to it, you're going to see it now on the daily, and I'm trying to get to the daily to understand what we're looking at. The 55 cents shows definitely on the daily. That's a wonderful thing. And now this is when the daily becomes very important, and the steps of the resistance becomes more, because then you'll see there is a 60 cents all the way to 6.5. So I'm the 6.5, 65 cents, excuse me. So 65 cents is probably a peak. I would pay attention to this if I did a Fibonacci sequence. And let's see, I don't want to beat a dead horse on the crow. We're going to end this video very, very shortly. I want to hide more than that. Drawing, there we go. If I did do the Fibonacci sequence fall here, oh, I didn't know the drawings were going to come up on the Fibonacci. All right, well, it's no big deal. I think I did that dead on. Ooh, what a nice one. All right, so Fibonacci sequence now. If I want to come back into the golden pocket, I wanted to just say this is where you'll know confirmation that we are cooking with fuel and fire. And what that tells me is my range is 55 cents to 61. So we were almost on point. So I can get rid of some of this, let you know that some of this will not happen. Why? Because the 55 cents in here, this is your indicator. It's the Fibonacci. You're not going to beat this. There's nothing better than the Fibonacci sequence. So in the golden pocket, to confirm that we are back, creating that shoulder, hitting the tip into the meat of the shoulder, you will see 55 cents, 61 cents crow. If you see that, get excited, because we are creating the bullish trend. It is all changing. And if you did notice, like I said, the crypto market is looking pretty good. And if we checked out all of the patterns, if we are just coming into the show, Cardano, Algo, they're all looking very similar in the same movement. It's got a half a W coming with a W pass to the top. If it's not, then we're getting head and shoulders, which is now a bearish momentum. There is going to be a shoulder to the downside on all of these tokens. Please pay attention. I do expect in the next hour, one more time, either a big break to the upside because the volume is looking nice, or perhaps we're going to get a manipulation to the downside because my technical analysis is telling us that this is rather happening now. Now, 45,000, what is the next number? We said 50K. So 50K is approaching. If we get to the 50K and we don't have a problem and we break through the 53.5 level, it seems like everyone has forgotten. 53.5 is a big number. And I'm going to remove, if this is the one. No, this is not the one I want to remove. Okay, I'm going to show you right now on Bitcoin how important this is. So we got the 55 pullback. I talked about the 55% down. I said it seemed like we were done falling. Understand these things are very, very important. February 16th was a very big date. Well, we're right above and beating that date. If you do notice what's happening now, this is Bitcoin. You have to pay attention to what is happening. This can be what may proceed to get us to what we need. Now, this is a perhaps 76,000, 69,000 repeat run. Now, I believe we're going to see some retracements. We're going to see some pullbacks on Bitcoin. No doubt about it. 53.5 is my prediction. Now, a lot of people talking other things. I'm going to do this again. I've done this before. This is Wall Street Pete's TA. This is no one else. Wall Street Pete is telling you, I remember the significant resistance support of the 53.5 Bitcoin price. Pay attention, definitely, to mention. None of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, although I can be the gentleman who wears the visor, right? So if you pay attention to what is happening here, this is the daily on Bitcoin. Head, shoulder, well, what could happen? If you see the 53, and it's looking pretty damn good to me, that's what can happen. It'll X out this possibility of any W, and you already know what'll happen. Let's be real, as mother effing steel as Wall Street Pete is. We're going to talk about that, and then what do you see here? Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get another kickback to the downside. We will not see anything like this, but perhaps we will get to the Fibonacci sequence immediately, find out where the Fibonacci sequence will take us in the next level, so stay tuned for the next video. That's why you hit the like, the live, and subscribe button. These prices, all these things is very important. So thank you so much for the wonderful comment. I do feel like I am on point. I do feel like it. So pay attention definitely to mention what we've been talking about. Perhaps somewhere in the, and you know what's funny is I wanted to tell everyone 50,000 Bitcoin all the way to the 55. So pay attention to this meter. And what does it take? It takes Wall Street Pete right in the middle of what he's asking and saying. So if I'll tell you right now, everyone else's predictions are saying here and here. If you hear that, because, of course, word of mouth goes flying out as soon as one person says it. There is TA in here, and I do believe that the 53.5, if you pay attention, 53.5 from October 14th of the 2021 to the September 7th, you will see significant price range at the 53.5. And if it doesn't happen there, you'll understand that the 51.8 and why we did it a few times. Well, there was resistance strong right in here, right where I'm trying to show you. Pay attention, definitely to mention, in the December when we were supposed to pump. So do remember everything you see here on these charts. We're going to go over them again. And if you think it's on point and it's helping you, please hit that like and subscribe. We're going on a ride. We're going to the moon, and we're going soon. Those files contain the private keys required to that access of that digital wallet that directly received the funds stolen from Bitfinex. And it allowed special agents to lawfully seize and recover more than 94,000 Bitcoin that had been stolen. So we'll reiterate this.
Manhattan couple is charged with conspiracy to launder $4.5 billion in stolen Bitcoin. 34-year-old Elia Lichtenstein and his wife Heather Morgan were arrested this morning. Federal investigators say the couple tried to launder funds that were stolen during a 2016 hack of Bitfinex, a platform where cryptocurrency is exchanged. The Justice Department also seized $3.6 billion worth of the cryptocurrency, the largest financial seizure in the department's history.
Imagine going on Twitter and telling people.
I definitely have.
Manhattan couple is
I mean, she is an idiot. Never have stolen 3.5, 3.6 Bitcoin. It says have or never have. I mean, why would you do that? Why would you even put that information? So now anybody who sees that is going to investigate. That's what some of us good people do. That's what the smart people do. Good morning, Green Tools. Wall Street Pete, SICKDOE, and Crypto. If you were wondering who the heck you were following, who this gentleman is, we did work on the New York Mercantile Exchange. Did many different things on there. Learned about the Wall Street ways. So if you want to learn a little bit about a man who watched, followed, lived in this crazy environment, you can hit the like, you can hit the subscribe. Every day we do a video. Most likely in the morning. We like to do multiple videos, but unfortunately there has been some times where we have not been able to come on. We will try to do multiple videos. Hit the like and hit the subscribe. Please, if you've just got on, you need to check out the rest of the video. Have a great day, everyone. Wall Street Pete.
We're gonna have a good day, la-dee-da-da. Ain't no one got a time today.
So hit that like, subscribe, baby. Yeah. Wall Street Pete, SICKDOE in Crypto. Have a great day. Thank you.